Okay, so let's continue with the discussion. So do you understand these things? How I have devised this one? Probability of x slash mango. X is a features. So according to database, we have two features: sweet and shape. So we have to calculate the probability, conditional probability of sweet on a given class mango into conditional probability of shape on a given class mango. Now to check the conditional probability of sweet on a given class mango, again we'll have to derive the formula in such a way: probability of mango slash sweet into probability of sweet, total divided by probability of mango. Do you agree? প্রত্যেকে agree করছো আমার সাথে?
Yes, sir.
So what is the value of this one? Anyone can anyone calculate? What is the value of this one? Probability of mango slash sweet. What is the probability of mango which becomes sweet? That is 300 divided by total probability of sweet. What is the total probability of sweet? 500. So 300 by 500. 300 by 500. তাই তো? 300 by 500 into probability of sweet. Probability of sweet means 300 divided by probability of mango. Probability of mango is 840. কত আসছে? Is anyone calculating it? So probability of mango slash sweet. That means probability of mango, how many mangoes are sweet? So 300 divided by 300 divided by sweet. So 300 divided by sweet is 500. Okay, so somehow in this way we'll calculate the you will calculate your home. In this way we'll calculate this probability of sweet slash mango. Okay, in the same way we will calculate the next feature, which is nothing but probability of shape slash mango. Probability of shape slash mango. Shape slash mango. I hope I think that probability of this one becomes 0.25. Okay, so these two are multiplied, not 0.25. When these two are multiplied, it will give the entire probability 0.5, right? So probability of shape slash mango, how can we calculate this one? Probability of shape slash mango, everything is same. Instead of sweet, we will use the shape features here. Probability of mango slash shape into probability of shape total divided by probability of mango. So in this way, we'll calculate the individual probability of the individual features. So that's why this is called naive. Why it is naive? দেখো এর উপর কোনো affection নেই. This probability will calculate it totally independently, being this probability is calculated. Okay, these two probabilities are calculated totally independent of each other. That's why this entire classification is called naive classification, naive Bayes classification. Okay, and Bayes theorem we are using in everywhere. You are seeing that one. So if we after calculating these two, if we multiply the probability, the value that we have received from these two with each other, then we will get the final probability 0.5. In a similar way, we will calculate the same probability for a second class, that is banana. That means how much banana is sweet, then we will calculate the probability of sweet slash banana, and how much what is the shape of the banana, then we will calculate the probability of shape slash banana. Then again we will multiply the two values out as an outcome of these two classes through the conditional probability, and we will get the final probability of x slash banana is 0.2. So which one contains the highest probability? This one contains the highest probability, and we can say that being this one contains the highest probability, we can say that this input, this x is input, is more probable to go into a class that is 0.5. Okay, because its probability is more, its probability is more. Okay, we can conclude that fruit x is more likely to be a mango instead of or rather than banana. Okay, because the probability of this shape, this x feature on the given class mango is higher than the probability of x features on the given class banana. Okay, is it clear? প্রত্যেকে বুঝতে পারছো?
Sir, this
Anyone?
is the example of supervised learning.
Yes, yes, supervised learning, because each and every time we are using the concept of class. These classes we have. Okay. So in
Okay, sir.
unsupervised, these classes should not be there. The classes will be absent in case of unsupervised learning. In case of supervised learning, only the classes. দেখো KNN যখন পড়িয়েছিলাম, I did the same job. In terms of KNN, I did the same job. I also represent that in KNN to calculate the prediction of the KNN value with the help of supervised classification. It has some target classes, then we can predict it. Okay. Now, what are the pros and cons, or you can say the advantage and disadvantage of naive Bayes classification? There are three types of naive Bayes classification. তিন ধরনের naive Bayes হয়. We are majorly follow this naive Bayes classification. Gaussian naive Bayes, when the predictors are continuous in nature, follow the Gaussian distribution pattern যেটা আমি তোমাদের দেখালাম. In case of that Katydis and grasshoppers is an example of Gaussian naive Bayes. Then some other naive Bayes are Bernoulli naive Bayes when the predictors are binary classes. Okay, when the prediction classes are only two type of classes, 0, 1, or yes, no, or true, false, we can follow the Bernoulli's naive Bayes kind of algorithm. And multinomial naive Bayes, this kind of algorithm is used for the document classification with the help of present words frequency. Actually, for the text classification, text mining or text terms, these terms are very interesting. For natural language processing, we often use the concept of text mining or text classification or document classification. And to do the document classification, if you want to use the concept of naive Bayes, then you will have to use this kind of naive Bayes, multinomial naive Bayes. Okay, for the text classification or for the document classification in text mining. Okay. Now these are the pros and cons of naive Bayes algorithm. So naive Bayes classifier provides high accuracy and speed up due to the attribute independency property. Because of this naive property or attribute independent property, it becomes a faster accuracy, faster classifier, and it provides high accuracy. Okay. Second advantage, naive Bayes classifier performs well for high dimensional data sets. You have to remember, it performs well for high dimensional data sets. Naive Bayes performs well for high dimensional data sets and multi-class prediction problem. এক্ষুনি তোমাদের দেখালাম multi-class. What is multi-class? These are multi-class, banana and mango. These two are the multi-class prediction problem, banana and mango. Okay. These two are the multi-class, more than one class. Okay. Multi-class prediction problem. So whether Drew is male or female, it's also a multi-class prediction problem, right? So it works well for the multi-class prediction problem, and naive Bayes classifier performs well for high dimensional data sets. High dimensional means the data set which contains high number of dimensions. Dimension means high number of features or large number of features or large number of attributes. In those kind of data sets, naive Bayes performs well. Okay. This algorithm is quite popular because it can even outperform highly advanced classification techniques. It is eager learner. Okay, there are two kinds of learner are there. One is lazy learner, and another one is eager learning algorithm, or lazy learner, eager learner. Lazy learner example is KNN. Okay, K nearest neighbor is a lazy learner. তোমাদের আমি mid term একটা question দিয়েছিলাম, the whether why the KNN provides more time in the training phase instead of testing phase. And that's why the KNN is called lazy learner, because it gives more time, or it requires more time while it will creating the model by analyzing the training phase of the data. Okay, but while it is testing, it will take comparatively less amount of time. So that's why KNN is called lazy learner. Whereas the Bayesian classification or পরবর্তীকা যেগুলো পড়বো, decision tree or naive Bayes or support vector machines, all are eager learners. Okay, eager learning classifications. Okay. Now naive Bayes provides a good performance for categorical data in comparison to numerical data. Can anyone tell me? আমি এটা নিয়ে ডিসকাস করেছিলাম, দেখি কার মনে আছে। What is categorical data? Numerical data, I think all of you know. Numerical data with whose values are numerics in nature. What is categorical data? Any one of you who remember it?
Sir, which have category like male, female.
Yes, very good. Male, female, genders are categorical
Nominal,
data.
ordinal,
Yes, yes.
nominal, ordinal.
No, I'm just asking about the categorical data. What is categorical data? I'm not asking about nominal or ordinal. That is different thing. So naive Bayes provides a good performance for categorical data. It is not represents nominal or ordinal. Okay, but compared to numerical data, it performs good. It provides good performance in categorical data. KNN kintu, K nearest neighbor is performing. It provides more good performance in case of numerical data compared to categorical data. Just opposite of naive Bayes. So in the examination, you may face such kind of questions that what are the advantages of naive Bayes over KNN, or what are the advantages of KNN over naive Bayes, like this. Okay. It works well with noisy and missing data. It works well with noisy and missing data. Mone kore dekho KNN works it does not work well with the noisy and missing data. KNN works bad with the noise and missing data. Let's check the pros and cons of KNN. These things I have already discussed in the last classes. I already shared these notes in the Google Classroom. I think all of you have received it. Have I written pros and cons of KNN? No, I didn't write pros and cons. Okay, so the thing is that naive Bayes is well suited classifier for handling the noisy data and missing data. I already discussed about noisy data, missing data in the data pre-processing class in extensive way. I discussed it. I think all of you remember it. So naive Bayes performs very well, or its performance is good in case of noisy and missing data. Whereas KNN performance is bad compared to naive Bayes in case of noisy and missing kind of data. Okay. Now, what are the cons or disadvantages or drawbacks of naive Bayes algorithm? The disadvantage tells that in your test data, this is the first and major disadvantage. This one, read it very carefully. In your test data, if a new data comes which was not present in the training data set, remember it very carefully. In your test data, if a new data comes which was not present in the training data set, একটা নতুন data আসলো which was not present in the training data sets, then naive Bayes algorithm add a zero probability. This term is very important. Then a naive Bayes add a zero probability and fail to do any predictions. At a zero probability add করে দেয় এবং fail to do any prediction, কোনো prediction করতেই পারে না, because zero probability add করে, so 0 by total number of events is always represent 0. And 0 যদি হয়, so there is no sense of calculating the prediction for that new feature. So this is known as zero frequency problem, and it can be overcome by smoothing technique. What is the smoothing technique? I will discuss it. Apart from this zero probability or zero frequency problem, it is very important. Zero frequency problem in naive Bayes. Apart from the পরীক্ষা আসলে এটা তোমাকে বলতে হবে, and with the help of example বোঝাতে হবে how the zero frequency problem can be overcome by a smoothing technique, and the smoothing technique is known as add-one smoothing technique. Add-one smoothing technique. I will discuss it. Add-one smoothing technique in naive Bayes algorithm. Apart from this drawback, there are two more drawbacks. In real life, it is very difficult to find independent set of features, because real life most of the features are dependent on each other. It's very difficult to find independent set of features. So these are drawback. The second drawback of naive Bayes. And third drawback, it is not suitable for those data sets with large number of numeric features, which I already told that naive Bayes performs well for the categorical data comparison to numerical data. So if a feature has a large number of numeric features, then naive Bayes will not give a accuracy up to the mark. Okay. Now, what is add-one smoothing? Take this example of add-one smoothing. This one, an example of add-one smoothing. Try to understand.
Sir,
Yes, please.
sir, give us some breaks, sir.
Break. Okay, এটা পড়িনি, এটা পড়িবে. This is the last topic of naive Bayes. Then I will show you the code. Then you will take a break of 5 minutes. Okay.
Sir, attendance needing, sir. Attendance, sir.
হ্যাঁ, নিয়ে নেবো। এটা just এই টুকু টপিকটা শেষ করে নি। Try to understand.
Sir, can you please repeat first concept?
Sir, আজকে পুজো আছে স্যার, তাড়াতাড়ি ছেড়ে দিন স্যার।
পুজো? What পুজো?
রামনবমী
Sir,
স্যার।
Ramnavami, sir.
যাদের যাওয়ার তারা বেরোতে পারো, I have no issues. Okay.
Sir, can you please first cons repeat, sir?
Okay, the first point is that in your test data, if a new data comes which was not present in the training data set, then naive Bayes algorithm add a zero probability and fail to do any kind of prediction. This is known as zero frequency problem, and it can be overcome by smoothing technique. And the smoothing technique is known as add one smoothing technique. Okay, so let's check it out. So when a new data comes which was not present in the training data set, the naive Bayes algorithm add a zero probability. Now take one small example. Suppose I have taken this example, okay, fever, flu, and we are calculating the probability of it. Okay, I'm not showing this example in a full feature way. I'm just showing the example in a small feature way. Okay, for sake of simplicity. Now this fever and flu, these two are the features of the data set, and probability is the calculated probability that we are going to calculate it with the help of naive Bayes theorem. Okay, now within this fever, the first feature hot 2, mild 3, these two features are already existing in the training data set. Try to understand what I'm saying. These two features, hot and mild, are already existing in the training data set, right? Now one new feature comes into the testing data set. These are new features, severe 0, that you are going to test that whether the features based on these new features that it is coming into a testing data set which is not present in the training data set. So severe is such kind of features which was not present in the training data set. Training data set means the input data set তুমি নিচ্ছ, যেটা দিয়ে তুমি তোমার মডেলটাকে ট্রেন করাচ্ছো, in that particular input data set this severe feature was not present, only this hot and mild feature was present. So if being hot and mild features was present, so obviously it is easier for you to calculate the probability. So we will assume that দুটো repetition of the hot features আছে training data set, and we will assume that there are the 3 repetition of the mild features of the training data set, right? Because 3 and 2 আমি দিয়ে দিয়েছি, 2 times hot features and 3 times mild features will repeat it, right? So the total number of flu is 5. So 2 by 5 is the probability of the hot features, and 3 by 5 is the probability for the mild features. Okay, now a new feature came, CVR, which doesn't have any appearance in the training data set, because এটা টেস্টিং data set প্রথমবার আসছে, ট্রেনিং data set এর কোনো অ্যাপিয়ারেন্সই নেই। ট্রেনিং টেস্টিং data set টা কি বলেছিলাম মনে পড়ছে? Suppose you have a data set of 100 columns. So you can break down the data set into 2 sub data sets. One sub data set is called training data set, and a sub data set is called testing data sets. Training data set or testing data set, you can use either 70:30 ratio to break it down into 2 parts, or 80:20 ratio. These are the 2 famous ratio that we are choosing, either 70:30 or 80:20. 70 is used for the training data set and 30 is for the testing data sets. If you choose 70:30, and if you choose 80:20, 80% is used for the training data set and 20% is used for the testing data set. So suppose for the sake of simplicity, we will choose 80:20 breakdown ratio. So you have a input data set with 100 instances. 100 instances means 100 tuples. Among these 100 tuples, 80% will be used to construct the training data set. That means প্রথম 80টা tuple is used for the training data set, and rest 20 tuples are used for the testing data set. Now the thing is that a severe যে ফিচারটা আছে, that has comes, severe যে ভ্যালুটা আছে এই ফিভার ফিচারের মধ্যে, the severe যে ভ্যালুটা আছে, that have come first time into a testing data set. That means ওই 20% এর মধ্যে severeটা আছে, but the severe was not present into that 80% of the training data sets, because you are training your model based on that 80% of the training data sets. ওই যে 80% যে ভ্যালুটা আছে, যে 80টা যে স্যাম্পল ফিচার্স আছে, স্যাম্পল ইনস্ট্যান্সেস আছে, based on that instances you are training your model with the help of naive Bayes classifier, যেটা আমরা এখানে করছিলাম in the PPT. So this is the training data sets. I actually train my model based on these data sets. So in case of classification, we actually calculating the accuracy and other parameters for calculating the quality of the classification. Once we will calculate while our model is doing some training job. That means while we are training our model based on the training phase, we are calculating the accuracy of the model. Second time we will calculate the accuracy and the other quality parameters during the testing phase. Eta mathay rakhte hobe. There are two kind of phases where we can calculate the accuracy and the other parameters of the model. One phase is training phase. Training phase ekbar amra accuracy আর other quality parameters গুলো calculate করি. আবার testing phase ও আরেকবার আমরা accuracy বা other parameters গুলোকে we are going to calculate. Clear? So in that case, if severe was not present in the training data set, so obviously or appearance টা কত হবে? 0 হবে. If it was not there, obviously the training data set, the appearance of the severe value was 0. So what is the probability of this 0 value? 0 + 5. Is there any valid probability exists for the severe value? No, there is no valid probability exists. But in case of hot and mild, which was already present into a training data set, the valid probability exists. So this is a problem. So তুমি probability নেই বলে তুমি ফিচারটাকে বাদ দিতে পারো না, because this feature is also play a vital role into a testing data set. So in that case, to overcome this is called zero probability problem or zero frequency problem. To overcome this zero frequency or zero probability problem, we will add 1 to the numerator part and add number of levels in the denominator part. Add 1 to the numerator part and add the number of levels to the denominator part respectively. And this process is called add-one smoothing of naive Bayes algorithm. এর মানেটা কি? Numerator পার্টে কি অ্যাড করতে বলছি? 1. খুব ভালো করে দেখো। Numerator part কোনটা? উপরের পার্টটা। So we will add 1, 2 plus 1, 3 plus 1, 0 plus 1. So 3, 4, 1. Okay. And we add 3, that is the number of levels. What is the number of levels? Hot, mild, and severe. These 3 are the number of levels. These 3 are the target classes, right? Hot, mild, severe. These 3 are the target classes or number of levels. So this number of levels will be added with the total number of classes, right? That means with the denominator part. So the denominator part is 5. So 5 plus 3, 5 plus 3, 5 plus 3. That means 8, 8, 8. So 3 by 8, 4 by 8, 1 by 8. Now, in this way, we are successfully overcome the problem of zero frequency problem. Okay, right now it is not 0 anymore. So in this way, we will overcome the problem of zero frequency. Okay, by doing add-one smoothing technique into naive Bayes algorithm. Clear? বুঝতে পারলে? Is it clear to you?
Yes, sir.
এই অ্যাডভান্স স্মুথিং কিন্তু কোনো বইতে পাবে না. You won't get this kind of things. Okay, this advanced smoothing you will not find in any book. In internet you will go for it, you will find it, but in the book you will not find, because this is actually a problem during the research the researchers are facing, and that's why the other kinds of researchers have developed this solution of that problem of advanced smoothing. When naive Bayes was developed, at that time there was no such kind of problem identified by the developer. এটা কিন্তু পরবর্তীকালে আইডেন্টিফাই করা হয়েছে, and it will devise a new technique, that is advanced smoothing. Okay, so this is all about naive Bayes. আমি এখন কিছু কোড তোমাদের দেখাবো, তার আগে 5 মিনিট ব্রেক দিলাম. Okay, so we will again start from 12:17. Okay, এর মিডে আমি রোল নাম্বারটা কল করে নিচ্ছি. Okay, Aman Giri.
Present, sir.
Anil Das. Anil Das. Okay, Anudip Das.
Yes, sir.
Arindam Panda.
Present, sir.
Orko Naranjas. Orko Naranjas. Absent. Shivam Sharma.
Sir, Anil is not there, sir.
Yes, yes.
Present, sir.
दे दिया. Shivam
Anil
Sharma.
present नहीं है, sir.
Oh, Anil present नहीं है. Anil
Present,
Das.
sir.
Okay.
No.
Okay. Devashri Roy Chaudhary. Devashri Roy Chaudhary. Absent. Deepak Kumar Singh. Deepak Kumar Singh, absent. Pramod Kumar
Yes, sir.
Pandey.
Yes, sir. Present, sir.
Who is this?
Hello, sir. Present, sir.
Present,
Hello,
sir.
hello.
Who is this? Deepak Kumar Singh.
Hello, Deepak Kumar, sir.
Okay. Okay.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Pramod Kumar Pandey.
Present, sir.
Sagar Mishra.
Present, sir.
Sagni Ghosh.
Present, sir.
Sanjit Shom.
Present, sir.
Saurav Kumar.
Yes, sir.
Snehashish Dam.
Present, sir.
Shoham Karmakar. Shoham absent. Okay. Somallo Chaudhary.
Present, sir.
ওকে নেভ বায়াস একটা পপুলার জোক আছে হঠাৎ মনে পড়ে গেল তাই তোমাদের বলছি ইন দ্য নেভ বায়াস অ্যালগরিদম একজন আচ্ছা অল অফ ইউ আর ফ্যামিলিয়ার উইথ দ্য বেঙ্গলি রাইট সো একজন জিজ্ঞাসা করছিল যে স্যার হাউ সো
No, sir. Not familiar with Bengali, sir.
okay so someone is asking that whether this finding a highest probability always predict a correct class whether it is true for all the problem so one person is saying that no, it is not true for all the problem. It is true for most of the problem, but it is not true for all the problems, right? It is not universal truth. So that guy is asking, okay, can you give me one example why how it is not applicable for all the problems? Then he actually give an example. So there is a well in the mid of a field, a deep well is there. Okay, so he's saying that suppose there are total 10 childs are there. So if all the 9 childs will jump into that deep well, so there is a probability that out of 10, 9 childs are jumping into a deep well. So is it a correct that the 10th child is also jumping into a deep well? So in that case, the probability failed. So remember it's just a joke. It's just an example of it's a hilarious joke. So you just remember it that it is not applicable for all the problems. So you have to identify the problems where the prediction probability can be applicable, and then you will go accordingly. So you are going to learn lots of classification algorithm during this course or from other courses like KNN, NaveBayes. In the next class, I will discuss with decision tree, random forest, SVM. So all these classifications, among all these classifications, in case of some problems, in case of some situation, some classifiers are giving a better results, some classifiers are not. So that is your research, that which classifier for which kind of problem is giving a better results. Okay, that is your research by understanding the nature of the data sets, by understanding the nature of the data or attribute values that the data set is holding. Okay, so and understanding the prediction class. But one thing you should remember, that classification problem is always applicable for such kind of problem where the prediction or target class is present. Okay, because it's a supervised learning. Okay, if the target class is not there, okay, the prediction class is not there, that means if the expert view is not there or expert suggestion is not there, then you are not allowed to apply any kind of classification for a particular data set. Okay, then you will go for the unsupervised learning process that is called clustering. Okay, that we will also know. Shomik Sen. Shomik Sen, are you present?
Present, sir.
Shobik Dev.
Present, sir.
Sunil Kumar.
Yes, sir.
Swarnadeep Ghosh. Swarnadeep Ghosh. Okay, Umrao Singh.
Present, sir.
Ankita Mishra.
Yes, sir.
Annesha Bose.
Yes, sir.
Koel Mondol.
Yes, sir.
Madhurima Mukherjee.
Yes, sir.
Piali Paul.
Yes, sir.
Shani Pal.
Yes, sir.
Tanya Saxena. Tanya Saxena.
So actually, she is
Present,
having
sir.
some
Yes, Tanya Saxena, are you present? Tanya Saxena? Absent. Shashank
No,
Yadav?
sir, she has some mic issues.
Present, sir.
Oh, mic issues. Okay. Shashank
Yes, sir.
Yadav? Okay.
Present, sir.
Okay, okay. Tuhin Sarkar?
Present, sir.
Kaustavi Das?
Present, sir.
Shaini Maulik?
Present, sir.
Sir, so the break is over, sir.
Sir, Anil Das present, sir.
Anil Das?
Hello, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Hello, sir.
Yes, yes.
Sir, the break is over then, sir. You said the class will be started from 12:17.
Yes, yes, yes. We will start. Okay.
Sir, sir, end this and start a new link, sir.
Okay, okay, okay. I'm ending this and starting a new link. Okay.
Okay,
fine.
sir.